The start of this would basically having all your ingredients accounted for within reaching distance, all that, and then you want to start cutting them. So basically we're getting mise en place, which in French is everything in its place. All this is going to do is create success for you while you're cooking. So if you have your onions chopped, your celery chopped, your bell peppers, yada yada, garlic and so forth, you have everything in its place. It's ready to cook. You're ready to cook. So when we do start the session and the cooking demonstration, you can follow along. So I'm doing a quick demonstration of an onion. How I would do it personally, there's different ways to do it. I just take off the ends here, slide them aside, and then I cut it in half. And I just like to peel one layer off. Put that aside, we'll discard that later. We're just gonna do like a medium dice here. It doesn't matter the size though. So literally I'm just going down and making around 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch at the most little slices here. And you're holding it with both hands, which I always keep my hands on both ends to hold it together. I might do that fast, but I'm going to do another one so I can show you. And then you're just going through and placing the knife against your knuckle, and just let the knife do the work. Just push and slide, and see what you're getting out of this is you're getting dice, and you're getting equal parts of cuts. So everything is going to cook equally. Like you're not having some huge chunk like this guy here that would take longer to cook than this, than these consistent cuts here. So that's kind of what you want to keep your mind on and keep your eye out for, is keeping everything consistent. So once I get to the halfway mark, I like to flip mine over. It makes it easier to handle, and then just finish it. And just like I said, let the knife do the work. We got some celery here. Obviously you buy it at the grocery store, it probably has a bud on it. I've already cut these buds off and washed it. And I literally just took it off, discarded it in the garbage, gave these a quick rinse, and that's it. So their whole celery, as you can see, these leaves are very important. I actually like these. You can chop them with the celery or you can finish with it. I actually like to just kind of take them and go through and just kind of rip them up, You can take off that top area there. We're gonna use these later kind of as a finishing or a garnish sort of touch, because if you've ever had a celery leaf, it tastes like celery. It's just a little milder. So celery here, you want a medium dice with the celery as well to kind of match the onion. You don't want these like huge rustic chunks in there. If you want that, that's fine. I particularly like more of a bite size. So I'm gonna go down the middle here and just let the knife slice. And then we're gonna go through each one of these. And notice I'm not going to the top there because it's already small enough. So just going to go through each one of these, slice them in half, and then once again we're going for a medium dice. So just take your knife, butt it up against the bottom of the asparagus, the celery, and get everything even there so it's easier to chop. And this is going to be a lot simpler than the onion is. The onion obviously takes a little more practice. But yeah, once again, the knife against your knuckle. Let the knife do the work. Looking for like a medium dice. Just going down. Everything's pretty consistent in size. And just go down the celery and chop away. You got both your celery and your onion ready. We're going to go to this celery leaf here, which I really love. You give it a smell. It's really fragrant. I just kind of like to put those all together. And we're going in the gumbo here, so just give it kind of a rough chop. It doesn't have to be perfect here. We're going to have parsley and other herbs and stuff like that in it as well. Just kind of run it through once. Kind of slide it over. Run your knife through it one more time. in sort of a situation when adding this, it would be towards the end of the cook process. You could add it earlier, it's just going to disintegrate, but if you add the last 10 minutes of the cook process, you're going to get this nice fragrance, and you're still going to be able to have these beautiful celery leaves kind of in your stew there. So you can cut these ahead of time. I cut my veg at home. Say I'm doing my breakfast veg. I get up early every day. I'm here at work. I like to get up and eat breakfast and have coffee. So basically what I do is I have my onions, sweet potatoes, whatever it may be. I cut everything in advance for almost the whole week. So I'm getting up and I'm literally just taking something like an onion like this and adding it to my pan, however much you need, and you're already set. So in your case, you're hosting a dinner party and you're cooking this delicious gumbo, you could cut this 1 day, 2 days, 3 days in advance. It really doesn't matter. These things are going to stay fresh as long as they're nice and dry and sealed up tight in your refrigerator. So what I would recommend for this gumbo recipe, just like I have my onions, my celery, my leeks, everything chopped, I would have your chicken chopped up as well. I would have it already cooked. So go ahead and roast that in the oven. Poach it, sear it, whatever you got to do. There's a ton of different cooking methods to cook a chicken breast. At home, like I said, I would chop it up, throw it in a pot, cook it, take it out, put it in a bowl. It's ready to go. So therefore, you're adding each ingredient. You don't have to wait for that cooking process. You don't have to mess with the chicken.